Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The campaign is A Cold Fire Within. It was written by Christopher Smith Adair, and it's available from the Chaosium website and the Drive-Thru RPG website. Our game master is Keith Craig, and this is episode 16. Our recap will be given by Keith Craig as the character Esmeralda Ash. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Keith.
Thank you, Tom. Musings of Esmeralda Ash. Some possible allies arrived today. An interesting group of men. You have the dreamer that I'd been watching, Nathaniel. His head is still in another world. A handy inventor, Wyatt. I could use him. Some of the equipment needs some repairs. A interesting weird scientist, Marsden. If only he wasn't so old, he would have been the ideal specimen. Someone that's able to read the signs. Milton. But I've seen him a few times down here visiting. But the prize of it all is a Damiel. He has an interesting ability to move things with his mind and set them on fire. That's one I haven't seen before. On their journey here, they told me they had an encounter with the insane artist Rigalil. Apparently one of her many art projects is someone they knew, a Dr. Nesbitt. I remember his name when I stayed at the Institute. Probably no loss, or else he would have grabbed my attention. Well, apparently he no longer has a tongue or some of his fingers. As they tried to talk with him, the butler of Rigalil came out and saw the group. They tell me the butler was quite the abomination with his head sewn onto his crotch. She has such strange proclivities for this artist. Damio demonstrated his power by setting the butler on fire with his mind. Damio's even more fascinating the more I learn about him. The artist appeared wearing Nesbitt's fingers as her whiskers. The group was very disturbed to find that Rigalil had used their former companion as an armchair. I think I do remember him, a long-haired fellow named Boris. He must not have left much of an impression on me. Well, they asked her to put him back together, but similar to the famous nursery rhyme of Humpty Dumpty, she was unable to put him back together again. Well, maybe she didn't have the king's horses and the king's men, but I didn't think she'd be able to anyway. The group left, but they swear they will have revenge. That would have been a memorable sight to see and would help determine if all of them are as capable as I think they are. After evading some of the walking corpses in the city of Vathru, they arrived at my tower. I invited them to sup with me so I could get a better measure of them, and they could meet some of my other recruits and see that we are well on our way of making Kanyan rise again to its rightful place on top of the world. I proposed to Damio that he become my consort, and he seems to be coming around to the idea. While not the most attractive man I've ever seen, he has so strong a mental ability that he would make a worthwhile stud for my offspring. They again told me of their need to get to Yin Ho to stop some fascists or Lomarians from destroying the world. Seems unlikely, but it would be fascinating to find out if they actually could make it to Yin Ho. I informed them that their really only chance was to find the black pilgrimage of Nug and Yeb to be able to get there. They could find it in one of the last temples to those creatures. So they set off. They borrowed some of our weapons and headed off to the temple. I wonder what they'll find. Some of the reports I've gotten back from the temple tell of an attack not long ago that caused it to collapse on all the cavorting parishioners. Well, maybe there is something to these stories of a hostile group of Lomarians that could cause problems for me. Maybe them showing up here will further my plan instead of hinder it. And when we left off, dear heroes, you were and Wyatt was tending to some first aid to some of the wounded parishioners in the temple. And I can't remember what Damio, Milton, Nathaniel, or Marsden was doing.
Outside
trying
that whole. We were trying to find a way to move the rocks, and
yeah. So yeah, the rocks, they looks like they were probably pretty experts at laying explosives and blowing down the entrance of this. But as Wyatt was able to find, there was a way you could kind of wriggle in from the back way.
He blasted a hole in the back using our disintegrator ray.
Yep. Useful tool.
Mm-hmm.
So as you said, you come in there. There's about 40 bodies, but only 5 of them are still moving and alive. All of them have broken bones or other various injuries, but none of them seem like they are life threatening for the ones that are still there.
So you're calling this a temple. So is it like one large room, or is it a large room with little side rooms all around?
It is one large room. It had a dais where the preacher probably would have been at, and there is a door in the back of the dais.
Is it decorated? Was there designs all over everything?
Yep, there are a lot of designs all over. You see a lot of things that remind you of the yin yang symbol.
Okay, and is there text written on the walls or anything like that? Because what I'm going to look for is this: what is a ritual for Yug and Zeb?
The Black Pilgrimage.
Yeah.
You do not see anything written on the walls.
All right. So I'm going to look for books too that might be spilled on the floor. Or
you don't see anything. You get the feeling that this was probably a sex cult, and their way of worshiping probably didn't involve a lot of reading.
Okay. Well, it's still what I'm looking for. If this is where we're trying to find this ritual, then I want to see what I can find.
Right.
When our talking insect friend educated us regarding the black supplication of Naganyeb, did he teach us a language? Was that in a different language?
It was. He kind of had you memorize the syllables. Now, Damio would have recognized it now that he can speak Kanyan, that it was in Kanyan.
Right. So we learned it phonetically, but it didn't involve disrobing and fondling one another, even though that's part of the overall ritual behavior here.
Unfortunately, it did not.
Part of it.
Yeah.
There's a dais, but there's no altar, nor are there representations of the gods behind the dais?
All you see are the... now, it's not a true yin-yang symbol, but that's the closest description of it.
If we move...
Go on, please.
Okay. I was going to say, if we move aside some of the bodies, or before we start dragging around lumps of meat, have a look on the floor and see if there's anything that might be like mosaics or something like that the bodies are hiding. So I'm thinking we've got to go down, so it makes sense that there might be something on the floor about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or through the door in the back. We should probably aid as many of these folks as we can. Wyatt's already on it. I'll look for a victim who's, my first aid. The human body has never been my primary interest, scientifically, but I have some ability to set limbs and that sort of thing. So I'll look for someone who's just got a hole in them or something broken.
Okay.
A hard success.
Yep. Yeah, you're able to maybe set the bone, and with a hard success, you can kind of tell that it's probably been broken a couple days.
Right. Yes. Tabiel, can you ask these locals how long ago this happened, and if it was in fact the Lemurians that attacked this place?
All right.
Then they go the other day. during one of our afternoon revels, the some men showed up. They were wearing white armbands, and they came in and just tromped past us, and they went through the door down into the taboo part of the church.
Zulmet Sifenchid Lomarian or
They point at you. Like,
yeah, they weren't blue like Lomarians. They were white people like us with armbands, and they went into the taboo part of the temple. So I imagine that's where we want to go.
Yes.
After they left,
yes. Once again, they've reached a sort of staging point and decided to interfere with our following them. Let's get all the wounded out so that they don't take offense that we plan to enter their taboo area.
Yeah, Meow, maybe you could ask them about that supplication thing that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, I'm hesitant because it sounds like something nasty, but I don't know if they might become. Well, they're not going to do much. They're all injured, aren't they?
They are.
So I'll ask them if they know anything about the supplication of, or not the supplication, the
pilgrimage
yeah. Of Elkinseb.
The pilgrimage that's carved in the walls of the catacombs.
It's carved in the walls of the catacombs. It's kind of what I was hoping for up here, but yeah, so we should be able to find it downstairs.
Yeah. Yes.
Down the stairs.
That's where the explosion started.
Oh, hopefully they didn't destroy it.
These guys, as you say.
So Marsden and Wyatt, were you guys? Did I hear you guys were kind of moving the injured out? Or are you gonna?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if they said that, then that makes me want to ask: is the floor demolished, or is it the roof that's demolished? I mean, we know the roof is demolished.
Yep, the roof is demolished, and the floor, as they kind of get out of the way, it looks like the floor is actually, directly onto the ground. So
it didn't collapse into the catacombs.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just heading towards this door.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Damiel. Is the door? I'm a bit worried about their penchant for explosives. So I kind of wanted with my walking stick trying to open the door from like a little ways back.
Okay. The door does swing towards you. So
why don't we step back and I will see if I can pull the door open.
Okay.
From 20, 30 feet away.
That makes sense.
76 is nowhere near enough.
The door does not move.
All right. Well, what I'll do, I'll twist the handle and like open it a little ways, and then with my walking stick.
Okay. All right. The door opens, and it is the only light that you can see is the light coming from behind you.
Yes, well, I have that.
I didn't explode.
Are you saying that it's dark or that it's black?
It's dark.
It's dark. We have like stairs going down.
You see a little hallway that goes on for about 10 feet, and then you do see where stairs are. And in here, there's some rubble and all where it looks like parts of the walls have collapsed.
Now, do we have any? I don't recall. Is there any lanterns? I still have a flashlight.
Yeah. And we brought all that. We were spelunking for 2 days before we came to the city, so we've got.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's left
lanterns,
of the oil and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Who's all going in?
Actually, it's a good question as to what do these people use as light sources? Do they have oil lamps?
Oh, inside the temple. Well, I mean, there's no roof. So
I mean, in general, everybody.
yeah, in general, they have like similar to what was in Dream Lomarian. They have the little orbs that glow.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have an oil lamp, so I'll go down first. I mean, kind of prodding with my.
I'm right with him.
Well, I've got the flashlight as well, and some expertise with demolition, so I can look to see if there's anything wired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just tell me before I blow myself up, okay, Marsden?
All right. So, Nathaniel, you're going first. Give me a dexterity check.
The 72, I will spend 7 points of luck to pass.
Okay, yeah. You kind of start to slip, but you're able to kind of catch yourself on some of the various bits of rock and debris that's in there. As you are making your way down, you see there are some murals on the walls. So one of them depicts two amorphous intertwined entities. You recognize them as whereas they were almost just yin yang symbols out in the main temple portion. Down here, it seemed like they've given it a little bit more definition, but that's definitely where the shape was coming from. Next to that is a mural of a woman performing some sort of ritual underneath these creatures. Then the next mural shows her engulfed in flames. And then the mural after that is destroyed.
Could this be
An unwholesome sort of puzzle?
I mean, is this the Black Pilgrimage, perhaps?
Does it look like there would be more and more of these going down, except they've all been destroyed?
Yep.
Those sons of bitches.
What is the rubble like? Are there like pieces that we can see paint still on?
Yeah, there is. I mean, most of it, these guys are pretty good at blowing stuff up. So
take us months to put it together.
Well, let's just keep going. I mean, perhaps there's a repetition somewhere, or somewhere where it's in a written verbal form, or not a verbal, but a written in language. Not actually.
And Milton, are you journeying down with them, or are you staying up?
I'm bringing up the rear.
Bring up the rear. Okay. Wyatt also.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure we're all together, so I didn't have to keep hopping back and forth. All right. So as you kind of make your way down there, everyone give me a listen roll.
$95. I am listening to my own thoughts.
I got a 16.
Regular.
Okay.
92. I'm listening to Nathaniel's thoughts also.
Oh, I got a hard.
So as you're walking along, who got a regular? Oh, and you're in the back. So behind you, Milton, you hear like sounds like kind of stones kind of rolling down maybe one of the piles. And Damio, you hear that sound coming also from in front of you and a little to the side.
It sounds like
there's something moving down here, and it ain't us.
There is. Yeah, there's something down here too, in the front.
Hold out the lantern, squint my eyes.
So when you get kind of near where it looks like it's going to open up into the catacombs, one of the murals, the part that exists near the top, Damio, you read what starts out as Pilgra and then the rest of it's been destroyed by the explosion.
This is part of what it was. This begins with pilgrimage.
And everyone can give me a listen or spot hidden, your choice.
Spot hidden. 56. Turns out I can pass rolls today.
All right.
Regular spot hidden.
Hard.
Hard.
As everyone else is going spot hidden, I'll go listen hard.
Okay. And Marsden.
Regular listen.
All right. So none of you will be surprised. So out of the rubble and the walls, you see these small creatures. They look almost like a black goo, but they move and the rocks kind of go there. But the goo kind of opens up and there's teeth inside the goo and little claws that are coming out. And all of you can give me sanity rolls for that.
1.
91 is still a pass.
21
Right,
is
I pass.
definitely a pass.
If you pass, it's only 1 point.
I will burn 1 luck.
Same.
Yeah, I burn the luck to absorb the.
I got you.
I did not pass.
That is 1d6.
4. Owie.
Oh. Okay. All right. Milton, you are the fastest of everyone in this combat. So you've got 2 coming from the side, or 2 on each side coming, and then 1 from the front, so for 6 total of them.
I'm thinking goo isn't going to be great for a sword, but I'll try it and then I can see if I'm wrong or not. So have a slash with my newfound saber.
All right.
One day I'll pass a combat roll.
I got a hard.
99 is definitely nowhere near.
Not a hard. All right. So it jumps and it lands on your face and it starts biting your face, and you take only 1 point of damage.
You've got little bitty teeth, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. It just got your like cheek or something.
Well, that's not good. I was hoping that I would be able to use my insane speed to use the disintegrator on the thing, but I think that possibility is obviated at this point.
Just fire away. It's just his face. All right, so,
I'm quite sure the fellow's attached to his head.
yeah.
Maybe the other one I can try to blast, but I don't remember who actually has. We only took 2 of those.
You did. And
I have
unfortunately,
one and you have one.
these creatures are faster than everyone but Milton also.
And Marsden, you have the one with the double.
Oh, right. We did the
All right.
we heightened one.
So Nathaniel, you have 1 jumping at your face.
I would like to smack it.
All right.
I'm not going to smack it. I failed.
It failed also, so it kind of lands on the wall, but then it whips out this tendril and it's taking another swing at you.
Oh, good. Still trying to fight it off. Ooh, a 15. That's a hard success.
You hit. I failed.
Teach you for swinging at me twice.
What is the minimum amount of damage you can do?
My minimum is 2.
Okay, so you do 2 points.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. Damio, you have 1 jumping at you.
I'm trying to dodge.
Okay,
18,
you were successful.
which is
I failed.
exactly hard.
I failed. Apparently, I can only roll good against Milton, but they do get 2 attacks, so the other one's going to take it. So it's going to take another swing at you. You want to dodge again?
Yeah.
Okay. He failed, so no need to roll.
I got an 11 on that one.
Nice.
So there's my 2 wasted good rolls.
All right, Milton. This one, it squeezes harder on your face, so give me a Constitution roll as it's trying to asphyxiate you.
I'm rather attached to that. Get off. I'll burn 2 luck to make that a success.
Okay. but his little bites keep biting away, and you take 3 more points as it's gnawing on your face. Wyatt, there's one coming after you.
Fight back.
Okay.
Oh, 07.
You beat my, is that an extreme?
I believe so. Hold on.
but you're
Fighting brawl, right?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Okay. What's your minimum damage?
That would just be because I'm just using my hands because I can't get the whip out. We're too close quartered. I have a damage bonus of D4, so 1D4.
So it would be 1 in unarmed attack is D3. So 2.
2. All right.
Okay. All right. And then finally, the last one's going to attack you, Marsden.
Dodge is the only option, such as it is. Not successfully.
Okay. I was not successful with my attack, but it's second swing at you.
Right. That is a regular success.
Beat my failure. All right.
Good.
So, Nathaniel, you are up.
I have an idea, but I fear it might be very dumb.
Blow the whole temple up.
Well, it's just trying to smack it with my oil lamp. Like, I don't know if they're flammable.
Know that we are.
But then it will. Then if it is flammable, then it will jump on us, and then we'll be all lit on fire. So instead, I'm going to smack it again.
All right.
I should try. I'm going to try to smack it again because that's a 99.
Gee, that's your second one.
Good heavens!
A failure on my end also. So
so we're kind of just the two of us are just like
Yeah, they're fight dancing just around each other. Wyatt, you're up.
I will just go at it again. Well, actually, I'm still fighting this one, right?
No, it kind of hopped past you and bit, and then it kind of whipped you with a little leg.
Then can I try and reach out and rip the one off Milton's face then?
You sure can. It will be I mean, you can get it. It's on his face, so it's not like it's trying to dodge you, but it's going to be a strength roll to pull it off.
Strength? All right.
Yeah.
I failed 85 out of 70.
You feel something pulling on your face, but the teeth are kind of in your face there, Milton, so it's kind of pulling. Yeah.
Yummy.
Yummy. Yes. Okay. That was Wyatt. Damiel.
All right. I'm going to try and just whatever one's nearest to me. Wait, is the one still on Milton's face?
Yes.
I'm going to go over and see if I can pull it off of his face.
Okay.
I don't want it to kill him.
Right. Give me a strength roll. You need a hard.
I got a 14. What is my strength?
Oh, hoping that's a hard.
Yeah, I hope it's like 28.
It will be. It's 25 is a heart. So
yeah.
Yes.
So and as it comes off, Milton, you kind of and Marsden, you are up.
And I'll throw it.
You gotta throw it. Yeah.
I wonder if we should attempt the black supplication of Naganyab. These might be servitors of the temple.
Maybe. I don't know. Do we have the time? And
well, given that I can't use my disintegrator ray, or particularly my magnetic rifle in these quarters, I think I'm going to start chanting and see if they have any reaction to it.
I'll join in with you.
Okay. Give me a combined power intelligence roll.
These are my strong suits. Only a regular success for them both.
A regular success for them both as well.
All right. You guys sound weird, but it doesn't seem to bother him.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay. All right.
Then jump.
Milton, you are up.
If this one's still having been ripped off me, if it's still close enough, try and skewer it.
Okay. All right.
Given the current round of Marx Brothers antics, probably fail. Yeah, what a surprise. Next.
All right. He missed also. All right, come on, dice. I can start hitting here. All right, it is their turn. Nathaniel, one's coming. That one's jumping back at you.
Hopefully, we'll meet my walking stick again. 59.
Okay, it lands on your face.
Oh!
And you take 3 points as it starts gnawing away at you. Okay. And
Save the poet. Save the poet.
No! Wyatt, you got one jumping at you?
He's the most valuable of all of us, the poet.
Oh, he's changing his headsets there. We'll go Damio. You got one attacking you?
Me?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to.
There's my dice roll.
At a 20. Let's see what that is. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I think I'm probably just dodging because I was.
Okay. I got a regular, so if you got.
I can't read them. Dodge. 32. So I passed.
Okay.
Regular.
His second attack on you?
Not so good this time. 62.
Okay, this one is not his second attack is him not landing on your face. He got an extreme, so you take 6 points as like his talon kind of really rips into you and gets a hold of something.
I take 6 points or I roll a 6-sided dice.
I got an extreme, so you get the max. So, yeah. Can you hear us, Wyatt?
Yeah, that was weird. When I went to grab the
no problem.
package,
I disconnected you. All right, you got one attacking you.
one attack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll fight back.
Okay.
34 would be a couple, like,
if you
3
pass,
points to make it a hard.
I failed, so if you pass,
okay.
You hit. Still just kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be 2.
Yep, 2 points. Okay. Milton, we haven't attacked you, have we? Okay, we got one. It loves your face, so it's coming for you again.
You can leave me alone if you really want.
Nah, that's no fun. Okay.
I'll spend 2 points of luck to make it a regular dodge.
Okay, that's what you needed.
Right.
It's a little claw is going to whip out at you. You want to dodge again?
Yep.
Okay.
Fail.
You take 1d6, but I rolled a 6, so you take. So it rips really good down on you too. And Marsden finally.
So still dodging.
Okay.
Not successful that time.
Successful, you said?
Not.
Okay, it lands on your face. And you take 2 points. Okay. All right. I like it. Nathaniel, you're up with the thing on your face.
I would like to remove it from my face.
Give me a strength roll.
3.
You rip it off.
Huck it down the hallway.
It didn't get quite. And they do take damage when you rip it off your face. So, that is good news.
All right.
They leave a tooth behind or something. All right. Wyatt.
I will continue to try and hit the one I've been hitting.
Okay.
24.
Which is
hard.
Okay. So Ty goes to the attacker. So that's you.
2 points, son.
Okay. All right. Damio.
The one that sort of that missed my face but still managed to hit me. Yep. I'm going to try to smash it against the wall.
Okay.
By hitting it, with my body in between, so that it.
Oh, like a fighting maneuver kind of thing.
Right, kind of. If it's like here, yeah. I'm gonna try to crush it against the wall. Okay.
It's gonna be a fighting brawl.
98.
All right. So it appreciates that you got closer so it could jab you again for another point of damage.
And it let me hit the wall.
Yeah. It's like, I like this guy. He leaves blood on the wall. Marsden, you're up.
You're on mute.
Well, I think one's priority in these circumstances is to yank the slimy thing off of one's face before it's chewed.
Makes sense to me. Strength?
That I will have to spend 6 for a regular success.
You need a hard to remove it because it has strength of 75.
Yeah. Well, I happen to roll 99 for my luck recovery.
Nice.
I mean, I'm at the maximum failure, so I'm going to just go for it because I don't want to have my face chewed off. I need these, he scratches these lenses. This is a very difficult prescription to get, as you can
imagine. Especially down here.
So that's going to require 21 points.
All right, I like it. Oh.
And as I yank it off, can I kind of grind it?
Let's have a damn knife.
Sure, I'll give that to you. Yeah.
I actually do have a very fancy multi-tool, but it's not like I was going to go for a rock.
All right, Milton, you're up.
Getting repetitive. Try and get it off my face again.
Okay. It didn't get on your face, just so you know. It missed your face, but it clawed you on the way by.
These dice are being retired.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 51, so I missed also. So, okay. All right, but it is their turns. All right, here we go. I'll just go in order on my screen. Nathaniel, it's hopping at you again. Your face tasted good.
It's not learned its lesson. That's a 16. That's a hard success.
Yeah, you hit it. Roll you.
2 points more.
2 points more. Okay. Yeah.
I said stay off.
And it's going to swing at you with this little tendril.
29.
Oh, you hit again.
Yeah, 2 more points of damage.
Down it goes. It kind of splits and just kind of oozes down into the ground.
When you get back down to the hell you crawled out and tell them who sent you.
There you go. Wyatt.
Fight back.
Okay.
63. I will spend luck if I have to.
I missed. So if you want
well, I hit fighting brawl 75.
Okay, so you killed it. He only had 2 hit points left, so uh-oh, tides are turning. Okay, Damio.
000.
Oh, yeah, that's just a hard. So it gets on your face and starts biting, and you take 2 points as it starts just gnawing at you. Milton, was the one still on your face? You didn't get it off, did you?
It's still there.
All right, so roll your Constitution.
Guess what?
Fail?
Yep.
All right, so you take 1 point for suffocation and 2 more points for it biting you, for a total of 3.
I'm going to just spend a week up here healing at this rate.
Yeah. These things are bad. All right, and finally, Marsden, the one that's attacking you.
Is this the one that I pulled off and we're sort of grappling now?
Yeah, he's kind of fighting back. He's kind of his body kind of starts stretching towards your.
All right, I'm gonna try the sort of same thing that Daniel did, but instead of crushing it with my body against the wall as we're grappled, I'm gonna sort of.
This is his attack. So.
Oh, so sorry. So it's only but fight back.
Yeah, fight back or dodge.
Right. So my fight back is going to be trying to push it into the rubble for what it's worth.
Gotcha.
It's not a successful roll, though.
Oh, his body, as it kind of elongates, as it's kind of a fluid, almost like a blob kind of thing, it gets back on your face. Oh, he must have gotten a good bite on you there because he did 5.
Ow! Your nose.
Let me adjust your appearance. All right. Okay. Nathaniel.
All right. Now that one's not actively trying to kill me, I'm
Now,
gonna
Damio and Marsden there's only one that's not on one of your buddies' faces.
You're right. But what I'm going to do is on my hiking equipment, when we wrote down, I brought like a forestry knife. So like this medium-ish length blade. So I'm going to pull that out now that I don't constantly beat one off. And I'm going to the one that's on like Damiel's face, I'm just going to take the knife and just insert it.
Don't fumble.
Hold still, Damiel.
That's only hurt for a second.
Hold very still. An 82 is not a fumble.
Yeah.
Are you a dentist?
I assume that's a miss.
It is a miss.
All right. They don't fight back when they're on there. They just kind of like Damiel's head's going back and forth.
Yes. If you just held still, Damiel.
Why you are up?
I am going to turn to the one on Milton's face and see if I can grab it by the legs and rip it apart.
Give me a strength roll.
Okay. 07.
Nice.
70.
That's an extreme. Okay. Nice. Okay. Got your damage down. All right. Not quite, but yeah, it starts squealing. All right, Damiel.
All right. I am getting really angry at this point.
Good. Set it on fire on your face.
Oh, wait. I got a 13. Telekinesis 27 and Mythos is 15. So I got them both. I'm blasting the thing off with fire.
All right. That we said that was 1d8 for a fire, right?
Yeah.
And since it's magical, he pops as he. Oh, sorry, I rolled your damage. I rolled an 8. So unless you want to take what you rolled. He dies.
I rolled my damage. Oh, yeah, actually I rolled an 8.
Oh, I rolled an 8 also because so he was destined to take 8 points of damage.
So I'm just hold still, Damiel.
Yeah, a little char on you. All right, Marsden.
Yeah, all I can do is yank, I think.
Let's help Marsden.
And I rolled a 10, so that's hard. I'll spend 2 to make it extreme.
Okay, all right.
Because I want to take it off as violently as possible.
That killed it. There is still one up, moving around on the ground. And Milton, it's your turn.
Stop it.
I'm going to attempt again in vain to use a sword. It seems like whenever I pick one up, I never fucking hit anything. No. Yay, I cut the air.
Yeah, you showed that.
You're fired as well. Next dice.
You're closest, so he's jumping out at you again. Bring that lovely face here.
On me.
Yep.
Dodge.
Okay.
Regular success.
I got a hard, so you won't spend the luck.
It's like 40 odd points. So no.
So no. Okay. All right.
We'll get it off of you.
He's back on your face, and 3 more points as he's gnawing away. All right. Nathaniel.
Hopefully Milton's a little better at holding still.
Well, our combined strength, we could tear the thing off of his face.
I'm more likely to succeed with brawl than I am getting a hard strain. And the risk is minimal.
To you.
I say, and now. 50. That's a regular success.
All right. Yep. And so
minimum damage with the knife is 4 points.
Oh, it does 4 points?
It's 1d4 plus 2 plus damage bonus.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Nice.
So 4.
Yeah. It's still hanging on though. But yeah. You cut it pretty good. It's pumping out its goo. Wyatt.
I'm gonna help Milton.
Okay.
95.
He electrocutes it.
I think that got a good.
No, I haven't. You.
So it bites down harder, like when you get hang on. Adamio.
It's got kind of tendrils, right, wrapped around his head. I'm going to grab some of the tendrils and try to rip the thing off.
All right, give me a strength.
03.
All right, that killed it. He only had.
I'm really good today.
1 point.
Except for that 000 that I wrote.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are kind of clawed up or gnawed, face gnawed on, and in a pile of rubble.
Can I apply first aid? Yeah, first aid to Milton.
You sure can.
I'm down by nearly 2/3 of my hit points. So
yeah, he got a hold of you pretty good.
14. Which, if does a hard make any difference? I could spend one. No,
you need an extreme.
All right.
1d4.
Hold on. 14.
Can you do first aid on yourself?
I'm gonna spend the 8 points to make it extreme.
Yeah, you can. Okay, so you get 4 points back. You can do it. You can just one person can attempt first aid on you, per scene kind of thing.
Right. Well, I'm just going to take care of my own wounds then.
Okay.
Can somebody help me out with first aid?
Yes, I can try. There's a bit of blood in my eye. Let's see. Oh, yes. One of those. I think there is one of those little teeth in there. Let me write that out. Vile creatures. 30. I'll spend a little luck to
There
make
could
sure
be
that,
more.
Okay.
Yes, there very well could be. All right, so that's all right. So regular success.
All right. You get 1d4 back, Nathaniel.
All right. 3.
Nice. Okay.
How wounded is Marsden?
7. I took 7
I mean, I could try
out of 17.
Yeah.
29 out of 30. So
1d4 back there, Marsden. How'd you do, Damio?
I got one back.
Okay.
I only got 2 back.
All right.
Thank you anyway.
Samuel, do we know
I
you
lost
did that?
I think I lost 9 total.
I
I had marks on here before, but I think I lost 9.
Yeah, it hit you.
So I got 1 back.
6. It was a pretty good shot. So
I lost 16.
Yeah, Milton was getting abused.
So I was kind of serious about, can we spend a week here recovering?
Yeah.
That's why I figured I was so close. Might as well make it to extreme.
I'm going to, at the moment, take the lead a bit and walk down and see if there's any more of this mural or if it's completely destroyed.
Okay. It is completely destroyed.
Oh, fuck.
If anyone has demolitions, you can tell this is where they essentially put most of their.
This was the blast point.
Yeah.
They were undermining the temple and blocking their path and destroying this record intentionally.
So then we probably don't have any access to this spell.
We could return to the surface, attempt to further our healing, as honestly, we're quite a bloodied lot from this little inconvenience, and see if any of the worshippers of that curious cult can replace the information lost. Or we can carry on somewhat blindly and bloodied, because we do know that they're a couple days ahead of us.
I mean,
We don't even know where they went. They came here and they got their information, and then they may have left some other direction and blown this up.
Well, I think that we understand that Yin Ho is down from here. Do we not?
Yeah, it's at between the poles, so it's much further deep.
Thousands of miles.
But it's a question of whether or not we can actually gain passage from this point without the knowledge that they have destroyed.
we could ask Ash if there's any other way to get there. Maybe she knows.
I think she didn't think we were likely to make it to Yinho, and that she said this was the route.
I think this might be something to ask your cards. Do we have the time to go and recover? Because if we don't,
or is there another? Or I don't.
Yeah, well, multiple questions.
You want to ask it down here in these catacombs?
Well, more of those things might be skittering out of a hole. Let's go back to the light of day. We haven't made it any distance at all.
Yeah.
Well, you mean the light of blue, right?
Well, the light of the perennial day of
right. Back to
under Earth.
Ash Castle.
Well, just back to the surface of it outside the temple. I don't think we need to speak to Esmeralda and her weird friends. I think objectively weird is safe.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, we can in better light we can fix the bandages we put on. I'll prepare a little tea for everyone for sustenance, and we can contemplate what the exact question is to ask about how we progress. I bet if once we're outside, we can even find a couple of more teeth embedded. I feel a lump over here, although it's hard to tell.
What were those things? That was nasty. Nastiness.
So you guys come back up into the temple, and Wyatt and Marsden, you had escorted the survivors kind of outside of the building. So all that's left in the building is the rubble and the 35 dead bodies,
which have been in here for a couple of days.
Yep.
Why not take a look at the dead bodies? Is any of them dressed like a priest or priestess, maybe?
None of them are dressed.
In fact, I would expect the nakedest one to be the highest authority.
I was thinking if we could find a book or a
I've been looking. I didn't see anything. No tattoos with secret messages.
No.
It's on her back.
Of course. All right. So you guys are up there. Marsden, if you stay in the temple, is probably as kind of hinted at, it probably does have
not so little pleasant in here.
Pungency to it.
We'll go outside.
Yeah. You see the 5 survivors are kind of standing there, and they've got kind of a lost look on their face. Is like people that have lost their home. They're just kind of, there you go.
What do we do now? Let's have sex.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Observe, Wyatt, how those prone to systems of belief are lost when the belief structure is taken away from them. It's all indicative of the primitive nature of the mind of the blindly faithful. Pitiable, really.
I'm going to ask one of these people. Is this the only temple? This is the temple of Yeb and Nug.
Yeah.
Are there any other temples?
Yes, there are.
Is there anyone nearby that might have?
The only one, the nearest one, is across the Sea of Still Waters.
Where is that?
North through the forest.
Is it a great journey? Have any of you been?
No. The priest had went, but this was our church.
Do you think that the things that were written in the catacombs are also recorded there?
We should be.
Is it part of your faith that all such temples have routes through catacombs?
Yes. Yeah. The catacombs are the most holy because they get the closest to Nug and Yeb.
Right. Praise be their names. We then will perhaps journey through the forest to the still water. Would you like to accompany us to join your brethren in a new temple?
No. We would not. Is there somewhere else we could go? So, is there someplace that, I mean, our home's gone. Is there any place we could go? Or should we just stay here?
I trust that the priest was among those killed by the interlopers.
Yes.
So I'm afraid that we are not sufficiently competent to speak to your faith about how you could relocate. I know there are some places nearby that are not safe to go. You know about the artist, right?
Oh, we've heard of her. She was we tried to recruit her because she took pleasure, but was not interested in our pleasure that didn't cause pain.
Right. So don't go that way.
Oh.
Well, do not give up, my friends. There is great spiritual life and joy and meaning that can come from within. You don't need a dedicated place of worship. You can make anywhere that you are a worship.
Oh. Do you have any psychoanalysis?
No.
Oh.
Not even a little.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Oh, yeah. So if you want to try and maybe pull them out of their funk.
I do not succeed.
Oh,
I only make
yeah.
them more depressed.
Our most immediate needs is shelter in a place with others like us.
Should we send them to Ash's Synod?
I mean, the others like them religion-wise. They'd have to come with us.
Yes. The only place we know that
we don't even know if it's 1,000 miles or.
No. We might need to speak to Ash again. I don't really fancy another interview right away. She's taxing.
Mm-hmm. She's horny.
She's got plans. Well, I'm going to set up my little boiler plate and heat some water. I've got a variety of teas, herbal and otherwise, and also extracts of cocaine. So we can all have a little, private communion, feel better, for a minute and contemplate our respective futures.
Okay. All right. Well, you get the tea boiling and or brewing and share it around. The worshippers are interested in the Coke.
They know what that is.
Maybe they see after someone's reaction of using it, they're like, "Oh,
it's canyon. Yes, it grows on trees here."
Yeah.
In the meantime, I will pull out my little book of poems that I keep with me, and I'll just start reading to these people from the Cavalier Poets about, about making much of your time alive having sex. So, as the Cavalier Poets wrote about.
Yeah, that is a good poetry to have. Okay. All right. So a little bit of time comes there. Maybe your nerves calm down or get excited from the drugs, but you do become a little more, okay. Got some caffeine in me. Got some stimulants. Where would you like to go?
Just a note, I've been keeping an eye at the temple in case anything skitters out.
Understood. Yeah.
We should get axes or something to just chop them in half when they come at us. I feel like we need weapons because we went into that without any kind of knife or weapons.
We were taken somewhat by surprise. I carry a set of surgical blades and what will be named after an uncle of mine, a Swiss Army knife in a number of years, which is a number of interesting skewers and prods that would have been helpful, but I didn't have it out of my satchel to hand. Now we know they're there. Yeah, a couple of sharp blades might help, but are we in agreement that it might be a good idea to ask the cards for some divination about choice?
Oh, yeah.
Is the question whether we should immediately descend here? Or is the question, is this the place we must descend? Or is the question, should we wait to heal? Or cross the still waters?
I think crossing the sea is the only option we've got, really, because there's no way we're going to be able to put together what was here. So we need to find another temple. It's whether we need to leave immediately to go there because they've got such a head start already.
Descending here seems like a great way for all of us to starve to death in the dark. The distance they said between us and that place below is too great for us to walk.
Can we see this forest? It's a dark, black and looming forest filled with horrors.
You can probably where you're at now, you can't see the forest, but if you remember when you first entered into this blue cavern, to your when you were facing south, to your west was a forest.
And did it look dark and looming, gigantic trees?
Yeah. And not quite a Mirkwood, but
Well, before we leave, we can ask Esmeralda why she told us not to leave that path. If we're headed to the forest anyway, we might as well learn what danger there is there.
Okay.
If she says no reason, I'm going to punch her.
Good luck with that.
There are those dead things.
Oh, that's true. You don't think those were like things that other crazy woman made?
But
I feel like those are residents of the decay of the city, but I could be mistaken about that.
Well, when the Red Cross Knight went into the dark woods, what she was not supposed to, he came across a Gorgon and nearly lost his life. So, in Edmund Spenser's The Fairy Queen. So I would just like to know if, in case, what perils lie in wait for us there.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Okay.
I could ask the cards, must we hasten to the distant temple? That seems to unfold a couple of our questions. Is it best that we hasten to the distant temple
and not
across
go
the
back
still
to
water?
Ash? Yeah. Yeah, that works. Of course, if it says no, then we don't know what to do again. So.
Is it best that we hasten to the distant temple across the still waters and not to the castle of Ash? I rolled an 8. So my card divination is at its most powerful. Comfortingly, I drew the devil.
Oh, yeah, that is comforting. Is it best? That's a tough one to answer. But I'm going to say that no, it is not best that you hasten to the forest. With Milton limping and...
So we go back to Esmeralda. And we ask for succor. Maybe we ask for more foodstuffs that will sustain us and information about the forest and the sea. And then we hope that temple is closer to the goal than this temple was. And we can catch up with our good friends.
Maybe she even knows a quicker way for us to get there.
I wouldn't be surprised if she had a dirigible and she hadn't mentioned it.
All right.
Well, friends, have the parishioners found anything to put on? Or are they just bleeding and naked with some bandages?
No, they're not bleeding anymore. They would have clotted by now. But yeah. But they are naked.
We are returning to the tower in the city to speak to Esmeralda Ash. You are welcome to join us if you think it's safe.
Well, it's better than here. I mean,
You probably just can't stay here. Yes.
You helped, and you're going there. That bodes well.
I hope so.
Whenever you're ready, we will follow.
Let's keep our eyes out for lumbering maniacs.
My name is Zeph Ebb.
Zeph Ebb. A pleasure. Marston Lethbridge.
Oh,
Miss?
your name seems so hard to pronounce. Marsden. Yes.
It's very complicated where we come from. Everything goes on.
Is Seth Ebb a male or a female?
She is a female.
Female.
Yeah. So, but as people that have lost their home and don't know what to do, they definitely kind of are watching you to take the lead.
All right, let's walk back.
Tally-ho.
All right.
It would be nice to disintegrate a couple of the zombies on the way back. Just palate cleanser.
Right. Who's got the worst luck of our merry band?
I have 84.
Oh,
I have 99.
I'm down to 70.
There you go. All right. Marsden, give me a luck roll.
15.
Do you want to run into some zombies to blast with the disintegrate?
It was a sort of idle notion. Really.
Yeah. No, you do not run into. All right, so you guys make your way and back to the tower, and assume you knock. You're greeted again by the two ladies. And she's like, oh my, you look like you took some injuries. Please come in.
Yes, some little buggers decided to nibble on us a tad.
Oh, and you brought some naked people with you.
Yeah, so they are the
survivors from the temple.
You remember that Madame Ash was aware of a disturbance at the temple. It was very thoroughly disturbed, and most of the congregants killed, and these few lost souls are the survivors. Do you think you can take pity on them?
Oh well, that will be up to Ash, but if they survive that, then they might be quite powerful.
They might be, yes.
Yeah. Well, come in. We can draw some baths for you if you need.
Very much appreciated.
Mm-hmm. So they bring you back in and back up to the third floor where the second floor, sorry, where Ash's reception area is. As you come up there, she sees you and she's like, "Oh, you came back. Did you find what you seeked?"
Not really.
Oh.
The people we were telling you about destroyed the catacomb carvings.
Such senseless destruction. It's a shame. Well, as your journey appears to be at an end, perhaps we can start working on building up our empire here.
Well, there's our journey, I feel, has more of just begun. There is a temple across the still ocean. Still woods.
We still need to stop these people.
I see. You are talking of the sea of the still waters.
Sea of the still waters, yes.
He's like, hey, Graham, go bring the map. We have a general map of the area that we can show you. He's like, do you want any mead?
Oh, of course. Thank you.
Blessedly so.
Then while they bring it up, she starts looking at the canyons, and she's like going, they will have to be dressed. She's like, 2 men, 3 women. Okay, well, take them to get them dressed and make sure they're fed. The one there, and she points at the Zitheb. She's like, take her to a bath. She needs to be prepped for a bath. Looks back and she's like, oh, and so what do you? So you say there's something across the sea?
Well, we're hoping to find the information that we were seeking at that temple.
Ah.
Do you know of any other way to get to the? I forget the name of the city.
To Yinho?
Yinho? I do not. I do apologize for that. But you know, we have here's Graham, and he's got this kind of like big roll scroll. He kind of rolls it out. So you are down here. This is in the city. This was the temple that you just left. This is where Rigalil is. And you can see you've got your dripping forest and the sea of still waters over there.
Oh, now is it across the sea of still waters or on
That's what they said.
Across.
Oh, great.
How big is the sea of still waters? Do they know?
They do. It is 50 miles across.
That's not that much.
And this tower is fairly high. Can we see much of this from above? Can we compare it to the map?
Give me do you have binoculars or anything?
No, we only brought small magnifiers, not long ones. It was a very short-sighted.
Yeah. So when you kind of look, it's that's about still 15 miles to the forest, and that starts, and it's already blue mist here. So even on Earth, 15 miles, things start getting pretty fuzzy.
Is there a town or something where we can get a boat?
She says there might be some abandoned boats over there, but no one's. The only thing that lives in the forest that I know of is the tribe, cannibals.
Oh. This just gets better and better. Now, Keith, I have a fairly high sketching skill. Mm-hmm. Can I, with Marsden's aid, with some pens and paper, sketch this as best as I can, this map?
Give me an art roll or whatever. I assume that's under art.
It's under sketching, arts and crafts. Yeah.
Yep. Give me that.
I will spend 6 freaking luck to get this map.
All right, to get it instead of like a child's map. All right. Okay.
I figured with my engineering and inventing, I would have to draw everything out, so I put points into it.
Okay, and that is a pillar there, Milton. That black hole that was in the middle of the map is one of the pillars that goes up to the roof of the.
There are pillars holding it up. That explains a thing or two. And is it clear from that where we entered the domed chamber?
It is. I will show it again. So you entered over here. Here's that large bridge that you crossed.
Quite.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a huge distance to the dripping forest, appealing as that sounds.
It is not. It's about if you go straight across where it's labeled as tribal lands, it's probably 10, 12 miles. If you follow the road, you're adding, 15, 16 miles.
And we get to see our friend again, the artiste.
She is nice. I mean, but 15 miles is still a pretty good walk for a day.
Yeah. Yes. So you mentioned cannibals, Madam Ash.
Ah, yes. Yeah, the Riguhan tribe.
That's just like a small tribe, 10 people maybe, right?
Well, I mean, I can't imagine they're too large. I mean, they eat their own. But, I mean, they're still just canyons.
Do you have any weapons we can borrow?
My disintegrator rays weren't enough.
Well, I mean something more conventional like a sword or a knife.
Oh yes, we have plenty of those. The canyons before I came down, not trying to say that I stopped it, it's more that they ran out of people to kill, were quite a warlike society upon themselves. Yep, she has.
I'll try to get a nice dagger with the blue.
Oh yeah, that is no problem at all to get a dagger, swords. They have an abundance of those.
You hold it like this, just as that thing leaps towards your face.
Mm-hmm. Well, should we dine, or would you like to bathe first?
Let's bathe first.
Yes, I think a little mead in the bath will be much better company at dinner.
Okay. So she bids you well, see you in an hour or so.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Mm-hmm. And then Damio, give me a power roll again.
Oh, 77. Oh, that still is a regular pass.
Okay. So you hear her whispering sweet nothings in your ear again. Copy. So, all right. So you guys get all bathed up.
Do I recall that this mead has health-giving properties?
No, it's just mead.
It's just comforting, right?
Yeah.
I'll take everything I can get at the minute.
Right. Yeah. You get to relax and enjoy that. And they do, they have like antiseptic and everything for your wounds if you care to use it. Of course, it's was it iodine back then, so whatever hurt really bad.
I just want to get all of the teeth out of me, no matter how small, and make sure that the pox they left are clean. I don't want one of those things growing out of me in a week.
Got it. All right. So dinner, it's much like the previous dinner you had with him. Maybe the meat is changed up. What was a fish last time? This one's. She talks about how there's like these bovine like creatures down here that they make a stew out of. So, but she's willing for any questions you might ask.
Is there any other sort of transportation, horses or?
The only animals around that are large enough to carry people are the, how do you say their name? Gaia Yothin. Large large four-legged creatures, but Rigalal has all of them. She likes to sew human faces onto them.
Great.
So, yeah. Yeah, she's you have to understand that this is a society that's slowly getting rebuilt after destroying itself. Almost a mutual destruction of each other.
Could be something of an object lesson for those of us on the surface.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping to avoid by being able to rise up and show them the way.
Of course. Do we think, if your hospitality will allow it, Madam Ash, do you think we should spend the night here recovering and then try to make it across the tribal waste to the forest in one day?
Oh, if you're going to take the tribal waste, you should definitely be rested up. Hopefully you don't run into the tribes out there, but they're savages.
Primitive but dangerous.
Yes, highly.
If we were to go back as far as the bridge, we could shorten our journey across the tribal wastes, right?
That you would.
We would be going back towards
Rigalil's territory.
Yeah.
Of course, she was very friendly.
And if you stay on the path, she doesn't bother you. She gets offended when you actually enter into her property without an invitation.
So maybe we should not cross the bridge. Is that what you imply?
If we cross the bridge, then we'll be on the other side of the river from her. So does her territory extend across the bridge as well?
No. Her plantation is marked.
You
remember when you went by, there was like kind of fences and everything.
We cross over, we're away from her, we've got a river between her and us, and then we just follow the river through the forest.
Right. She was after the river, not before. Right. I had that mistaken in my head. Good. So in the forest, we can survive the cannibals. We're clever. We can fashion a raft or something if we can't find a boat that will carry us. But we're looking at a more and more lengthy journey. Do you have any provisions that last mere mortals over a period of time? It seems like you eat mostly, freshly killed and culled here.
Yes, but are you experienced with setting up food to last long? Because we've never had to develop that. We have more food here than we have mouths.
Is there game in the forest?
There are creatures in the forest. Yeah.
I'm just also thinking now, how are we going to get across this sea? Because if it's called like stillless waters, that implies that there's no wind down there, so we can't exactly set up a sail to just float across it. If we're going to be rowing across this thing, do we need to be worried about any wildlife in there, like sea monsters or sharks or anything like that we're going to disturb by splashing away on top of it? Or is it going to be safer to go round the ocean?
That I do not know. I've never been to the sea.
Is this our only option? Maybe there's something else. Obviously, those people must have gone down, right? Our enemies.
They used a black pilgrimage. And
yes, the black pilgrimage would, for a lack of a better term, teleport you there.
Mm-hmm. The correct supplication provides some sort of bridge that simplifies matters. But you have no record of the nature of the pilgrimage yourself, correct?
Oh, no. I don't go for that cult. I view them as they found a way to distract themselves from what they could be by engaging in their carnal.
I had another idea. Have you got a map of the other side of the ocean so that we know a bit more about the local area where this temple is supposed to be?
We may. I might need one of you to assist us going through some of the library.
Mm-hmm. Because I was suddenly thinking, use clairvoyance and see if we know where the temple is, remote view the place and see what we need to do, see without even going there.
Ooh.
That's brilliant.
Well, if it works.
Yeah.
It works.
All right.
That could be brilliant, Blake.
If the building is built the same way as this temple was built, you might be able to see into the catacombs without going into the catacombs. Yeah. It's almost as if you've been there already.
And then hopefully we don't need to go there specifically to cast this thing.
I'll happily assist Graham in the library. I assume, Cooper, you'd like to see it as well.
Oh, I would be most fascinated by their system of bookkeeping.
All right. Okay. So that was Nathaniel, Marsden, and Milton going to the library. Wyatt, what were you going to be doing?
I guess I'll go with them because I really don't have any other plans.
All right. And Damio?
I
don't recommend you stay alone with Esmeralda.
Oh, I was going to snoop around.
Okay.
So I might look like I'm going with them at first, but then I'm going to snoop because I want to see if there's something that, like the big slaughterhouse in the back where they cut all the bodies or something like that. I just want to make sure I'm feeling good about this.
Right. Gotcha. All right. So you get up and Graham Tolhurst will be the one that escorts you to the library. And Damio, you can give me maybe a stealth with a bonus as you kind of like just slowly kind of falling back from the group.
Okay. I got a 10.
Okay.
Nice. So.
All right. So first we'll go to the library. So you come into the library and it's really large, and you can see there's lots of books. I've got the ladders, that kind of roll along the shelf so you can climb up. And all of you can give me a library use roll, but with a penalty because it's all in Kanyan.
No, okay.
Should have gone to the library.
They use the Kanyan decimal system.
Yeah.
Well, so you see, when your first roll is a 96, it doesn't matter if you have penalty dice.
89 or 89 is also not much of a choice.
Oh.
I rolled a 26 and a 25, so I am normally successful.
All right.
You see the 3 dots in the wiggle, and then the 2 dots in the square. It's a sequence here.
And Milton and I are holding scrolls and just going, dots.
Wyatt, I assume you didn't pass either. I didn't hear.
I failed.
Yeah, you're kind of like. And Marsden, you kind of pull down a scroll. What you're able to do is you're kind of like, you got maybe the map or Wyatt's sketch, and you're kind of comparing. You're like, oh, okay. And so you can see on there that the Sea of Still Waters, there's definitely a docks on both sides. Wrong. And then you can see that there's an island in the, not an island, sorry. On the other side, there's a pillar in the middle of the sea. And then on the where the sea ends, it's just this really small landmass, and it looks like the walls of the cavern. So it's pretty much enclose it. And so, the only way to get to this island this landmass is through the across the sea, but there is a temple there. It's kind of marked as you get the impression with a good library roll like that it's a pretty holy place. It's kind of like those places in Central Asia that are hard to get to, where they. Okay.
Good. And any idea of scale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because since they said the sea was 50 miles across, it looks like it's only about 3 miles. This landmass from the dock to the cavern wall.
Uh-huh. And the sea has no legend of little dragon heads or whale spouts or terrible vortices.
No, there's no Cilia or Charybdis in there.
All right, and the chance of finding some sort of boat, we'll have to fashion oars, but that's not the hardest thing.
I was thinking if we could maybe request maybe a saw and a couple other tools in case we had to.
Yes, I think she should be able to spare cutting implements and simple building materials, given that there's so much waste around us.
Okay. All right, Damio. So you kind of broken off. You're walking along, and let's see here. Where's the library? Okay, got it there. All right, so where you kind of fell behind, you recognize that up the steps is to where you guys had slept last time you were here, but you got three doors kind of down the hallway that you had not entered into before.
Okay. I'll go up to the. Are these like doors with? Open?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to the first one and see if it opens.
Okay. All right. So it does, and inside you see a lot of sculptures, all of them made out of gold, and paintings. Lots of dust on pretty much all of it.
I'll look at this a little bit, see if the paintings have any. See if if there's any of the paintings show the same things as the catacombs down or the temple.
Okay. No, they look like kind of the paintings you would find in people's homes.
So it's like a studio, or just like where they stored a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, probably more where they stored a bunch of stuff. Now your character wouldn't know the reference, but kind of like how the Nazis stole a bunch of art.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so I'll get out of here, Dusty, and I'll walk over to the next door.
Okay. When you assume you open that.
Mm-hmm.
When you open it up, it is what looks like would be a large amphitheater. There's, some bench seating, 3 rows on each side, and on the far end there's 7 seats. 6 of them have wires coming down to, not like an electric chair, but but they are connected up to what looks like batteries in the ceiling. And the middle chair is just there.
I'm sorry, the middle chair is just.
It's not hooked up to any wires or anything.
And I would have to walk in there and go around to where these seats are.
You could walk straight down the center aisle.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna walk over and look at it. Is it like some sort of communication device, or?
Do you have any electrical engineering or weird science?
Electrical engineering. I don't have any weird science.
Like the Kanyan guy didn't go to where they spoke Kanyan.
No, I don't have anything that's going to help. I've got 10% in electrical repair.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
You're like, it's weird.
Does it remind me of the machine back at the Institute?
It does. But it seems like it's much better made.
But it also seems like people would be sitting here in an amphitheater.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like blood all over the floor where they've been having gladiatorial combat?
There is not. No.
All right, I'll leave. But I'm going to tell the guys when I see them. And then as I leave, I'll go over to the next door.
Okay.
I figure if anybody finds me, I'm just going to go, I am completely lost. I don't know where I am.
You can give me a listen roll as you get toward the third door.
87. I don't hear anything.
All right. Do you open it?
I'll try the door.
It is locked.
Oh. Well, if it's locked, then I will put my ear up against the door.
Okay. As you put your ear against it, you hear a woman singing.
Somebody in there. Is there any gap under the door or lock hole?
Yes.
I'm going to do a little bit of a creepy thing to kind of see if I can see through the keyhole.
Okay. So you kind of get down there and you look and you see Ash in a bathtub singing. And her skin is very red.
Okay. That's naughty. So I'm gonna continue walking down the corridor then.
Okay. So you know where the armory was because they took you there. That's another door that was there. But
this is a tower, so it goes.
It goes up. And one floor up is the bedrooms where you've been, and then the floor up above that is like the observatory kind of area.
How about down? Is there anything other than the bottom floor?
Nope.
We came in on the bottom floor, right?
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after a while, I'm gonna go try to find the library where the others are.
Okay. So we'll come back to the others. You guys have kind of made your notes or Wyatt added to your map you were drawing, maybe. Okay.
So, Milton, do you think that this indication of a temple is something that is legible to you, or is it too many stages removed from?
It's better than nothing. We've been to one of the temples. That gives me at least some kind of idea of what this place might look like. We've been outside. We know where various parts on this map are in relation to each other. It's better than nothing. It's not a complete shot in the dark.
How does your clairvoyant vision work with lighting conditions?
We'll find out.
Now, if there was something from that area here, would that help you?
It certainly wouldn't hurt.
Maybe we could look around and see if there's something from that part of the world that I don't know. I don't know how that.
I don't believe that the people who go to this island are much in the track much in the way of ceremonial garb, if you know what I mean.
That's true, but there might be some history of religious sects in the greater Kanyan world that would provide a bit of context. You know, somebody who had visited these temples might have left an artifact here.
Or even one of these books might describe something from it.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, rather, yeah.
Oh, here you are.
Oh, hey.
I got lost. Speaking of getting lost, I found something kind of interesting. Kind of an amphitheater, but with seats set up like the ones in the Institute. For the dream stuff?
Could we have sent Graham to look for books about the rituals of the Neg?
You could ask. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, yeah. I don't speak Kanyan, but
surface.
Well, I can go with you. I do Kanyan. There's also a room with a bunch of artwork and looks like it's just a big collection of artwork.
Yes, well, now that you're here, we can probably figure out. We did find a map that's useful, and we'll show him that. But if there's anything that will tell us about the belief system or faith, something maybe written by someone from that temple even could assist Blake.
All right.
Okay. All right. Give me a library use, Damiel. And since Graham's kind of helping you, let's look at what his library use, see if he actually
This is like my first library use, and I've got good library use. I got a 29 out of that's a hard.
Oh. No, after digging for a bit, you do find one. It takes you, about 45 minutes to kind of find a book that talks about, worshiping of this.
Your library system is so much more efficient than our system back then.
They call it the Kanyan decimal.
Now,
Makes a decimal system.
while they're doing that, can I poke Damiel to find out where that room is and go take a look? Because I'm just utterly bored looking at with the library stuff that I can't read.
Yeah.
So without saying it out loud, I grab your hand and I sort of indicate, here's where we are, go out, down, and around. And then I point to number 2. It's the second room.
You don't point to 3.
No, I don't point to 3.
All right.
Stay away from my woman.
Okay, so nice. Okay, so you guys, so as you're kind of flipping through this, Damiel, what are you trying to find out?
Well, he wanted me to look for something on the religions of the Kanyan people, so that's kind of what I'm looking for.
This is going to take you a few hours of reading. And everything, but yeah, you give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Come on, what do I need? 15. 88.
Okay, yeah. So it's going to be a hard read there. What? We'll come back to that. Nathaniel, what are you guys doing while you're watching, or were you going with Wyatt as he kind of
Yeah, when you go to a place, you want to learn some interesting Kanyan poetry, and then you learn that all their things are written with dots and you can't make heads or tails of any of it. You get bored really quick when you're a wandering soul. So yeah, I'll go off with Wyatt.
Understood. Milton?
If I feel like I've got enough with the map and what experiences we've had so far, I might try giving clairvoyance a use.
Okay.
Although, again, I was also hoping that Damiel could bring you a text that was written in the hand of one of the believers of the cult of Neg. That's.
If it's taking hours, then we've got no guarantee whether it'll work or not. I might as well try it now, and then I can just wait a few hours and get the magic points back and try again when he's got something I can use again.
Fair enough. Well, I'm curious to watch, and I like libraries, so.
All right. Give me a clairvoyance.
Well, first of all, it's 5 rounds. It's 4 magic points. I'll cross them off. And then clairvoyance. I'm fed up of failing. I'm going to spend... I'm going to have to get a calculator out to work this. 62. I'm going to spend 18 luck.
Okay.
That's 17. Down to 76 luck.
All right. So your clairvoyance, you see the temple is there. It is still intact. Inside there are people worshiping, that they do. And unfortunately, in the catacombs, it is pitch black.
Fair enough, but there are people there.
Yep.
So it is intact in theory.
Yes.
Okay, I will relay that.
Okay. All right. Wyatt and Nathaniel. So you guys come along and you see that amphitheater kind of that I described for Damio.
Observe it, take a look at, try and figure out what it is. I have electrical engineering and weird science,
All right,
plus the bonus dice with electrical engineering.
All right, give me a bonus die electrical engineering.
10 on the first roll. 10.
All right, well, that's a good roll. Okay. Extreme. All right. So as you kind of look at it, you're amazed at the battery source that they have. It seems like it's a battery that you've never been able to even imagine. And its purpose, it seems like it could project your thoughts to see a specific faraway place in the on the surface.
Oh, on the surface.
Yeah. With an extreme, you would kind of get that.
And I relate that to Cooper.
Oh, that is most fascinating.
I'll also try and take.
I envy their ownership of such a. I mean, imagine the places you could see with your own eyes, in a sense. All without leaving the comfort of your own little neck of the woods.
Try and take a mental image and a quick sketch of the battery and see if I could reverse engineer it at a later time.
Okay. Give me an arts drawing or sketching, whatever you have.
Third 07 of the game.
Nice. So you kind of get there, you realize that you might need some lithium ion to make it work, but
is there anywhere that we need to look up on the surface? I mean, wasn't there a whole band of people meeting in the mountains somewhere? Or have they all come down here?
I think they're all down below now. I don't want to mess with this until we confer with the rest of the group, because we don't want to lose what hospitality we have.
All right. Okay. All right. Damio, so as you're looking through that, you start seeing the names Yig, Cthulhu, and Shub-Niggurath quite often mentioned in there, but
crazy names.
Yeah. But they're worshiping. It seems like they were a polytheistic. They're a polytheistic society, but they don't have any they didn't care who you worship. But the people that worship Nug and Yeb, they were definitely in the Shub-Niggurath vein of the
earth worshippers. Yeah.
Yep.
Do they? Are any of these books ancient or old or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. In the preface of the book, is there anything about somebody from the other side of the sea having written this book?
No. Well, most you get is that they talk about people going over there, the most holy. And because the forest is one of the holier places for Shub.
And okay, and no luck finding anything more about this black or the black pilgrimage.
Maybe mentions of it, but nothing that you didn't already know. It's a spell to get you down to the center of the earth.
So after a couple of hours and eye strain and fatigue, I come over and I say, I I find all sorts of interesting things about their bizarre religions, but I don't find anything specific written by somebody from the other side, from over there. There are a lot of deities about the forest. They can be dangerous, but they're more, I don't know, indifferent. They'll just squish you if you're in the way and not even notice that they've squished you.
Are the books that he's looking at, do they appear to be ancient?
Yes.
All handwritten. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's vellum, and yes. Hopefully, with the new local beautiful sound roll. Hopefully, a lot of these deities are gone now, since there seem to be new powers in this realm.
I don't know. There's something that like tickles the back of your brain when you're looking at some of them. It's very strange. Yeah. Do I need to do any kind of sanity roll for having read some of that stuff?
Yeah. Well, now just 1 point. Just one point per reading.
If I get any more Cthulhu mythos?
Yes, you get one.
Okay.
One for one. Yeah.
Now, out of earshot of our handler that's with us, I will relate what I found in the amphitheater room to the group. If I have to do it a couple at a time.
And your handler, he's kind of like not really paying attention because they feel that Esmeralda trusts you. And so.
Now, I don't know if that device could help us in the situation we're in, but it's useful nonetheless. And Morrison, I'll show you the notes. I'm sorry, I was going to say I'll show you the notes on that battery later.
Yes, quite. It sounds most useful more generally. So it seems as though all our best practice is to rest maybe 2 nights and then make this journey, because there's no way to find the rules of the pilgrimage from afar. Is that our general impression?
Yeah. Thing is if they've already done this spell that teleports them, we're way behind now.
Yes, I don't know what they have to do in Yin Ho, but I know that they're ruthless about their intentions and not slow.
Best case scenario, they're clearing the path for us to follow quickly behind.
Not
Best
yet
case
been
scenario,
the case.
they get in trouble and they blow themselves to smithereens before they ever get there.
Oh, yeah, but
like ready to make a deal with the devil.
Best case scenario, those things that attacked our faces, those were the last 10, and the first 900 ate them.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we are living in this is not, as they say, the best of all possible worlds, Damiel.
Do you think these tribal people are really cannibals, or do you think that's just a story they tell people? Because we tell that story about all sorts of people in our own world, and it's not true.
Well, given the limited food source, I wouldn't put it past them.
Doesn't seem like there'd be enough people down here for people to be cannibals.
Well, and you wouldn't think there'd be enough people down here to turn them into art, but
well, she's insane. But this one here, this Esmeralda says they have more food than that they know what to do with. So
I mean, perhaps Esmeralda is prejudiced against them because she has some ideas of what they should be doing with their own time than she does, but
or she's just repeating the stories that other people have told her.
Or she's turning your head with her plan to breed a perfect race, starting with you and her.
I am not seduced by sex or power in this case. Although, I mean, the idea of
your relationship to power has changed. You are a young man after all, and still learning about your own nature.
That's a good point. Does Esmeralda have like a court physician?
No.
No. I was wondering if there was anyone with any proper medicine skill around here. We could probably use that if we're going to stay here for a couple of days.
Let me look at the people skills.
There was a book in the library written by somebody named Zaphod Beeblebrox that had a lot of.
So if you, there.
Guy with two heads.
Yeah. One of the people that were down there, this might have come up during meals. Evan, he was a triage person during the war.
Oh.
Well, if he's got any degree of medicine skill, we might go pay him a visit.
That's not a bad
Daniel,
idea.
You brought up the cannibals. Hopefully, at least if they do it on their first attempt, maybe with our gunpowder and weapons, we could scare off the first wave and hustle through before they regroup.
Yeah, or it might impress them. Who knows? They might think we're gods. We're certainly not blue. You know.
Well, we have more than one way to give them a little shock and awe.
Anyway, some way to get a boat. Or a horse or something to take the edge off the journey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you guys going to seek out Evan, see if he can maybe tend to your wounds. Yeah. No? Okay.
Get a good night's sleep. Have we all bathed yet?
Yeah, you bathed before the meal.
Okay.
Esmeralda, of course, shows up, and she has great interest in making sure that Damio gets the proper care.
Just scratches.
Make sure you didn't bite him in the crotch. Yeah. So, I got a 0-1 for his. Wow. So.
For my crotch? It's my crotch is 0.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah. So you get
it's unused.
Yeah. Oh my God, 0-8. So what's medicine give back in pulp, Matt?
I think it's the same. I think it's still like D4, but I will check.
What an extreme would get you the max. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyone else need? And that was for the second rolls for Milton, which was another extreme. Anyone else need some care? Okay. All right. Lars, then you just got a regular, so you're just going to get a. And Nathaniel. Nathaniel's always beat up.
Yeah. First aid and medicine are both D4.
Okay. Sorry, Nathaniel. He did not pass his roll for you.
No!
Why?
Why?
Because he rolled an 80.
Am I cursed to always be slightly injured?
There's something about you, poet, that strikes me as sickly. Slow to heal and rickety and thin-boned.
I've been healthy all my life before I met you people.
You were asleep most of your life.
That's true, but being asleep has proved to be far better than being awake from what I've experienced over the last couple of days.
All right. All right. So Esmeralda, of course, she's like, you all are welcome to sleep here. Damio, are you going to sleep in your own bed tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a shame. She turns and starts walking away. You can all give me a spot hidden.
Failure.
21.
I passed a roll.
Yeah.
21 is a hard success.
All right. So you see behind her ear some definite dried blood. And she
is she using the wire thing? Wyatt, is that where the wires go?
Well, I found the spot hidden, but after you guys tell me that, would that correlate with any of the devices?
It would not.
No.
Damiel been nibbling on her ear already?
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll be seeing Zitheb and her friends tomorrow.
Oh.
Right.
She's using it like perfume.
Wait, Damiel, what? Oh, you didn't tell us about seeing her in the bath. Never mind. She was covered in red. I guess never. Yep.
Oh.
And on that point,
If you mention that detail, to me, Cooper will just mention this.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I didn't mention it because I was being, talked about a lady taking a bath, but I didn't see the blood. So
yeah.
Well, I'm mentioning the blood right now.
I know, and I'm freaking out about it, but I'm not freaking out about it.
This is all happening over breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. She said prepared for the bath. Oh no.
This is Lady Bathory all over.
Exactly. All right.
If that's happening over breakfast the next morning, do we regain a couple of extra hit points for resting for the rest of the day?
You do. You do. Two hit points for
You're starting to sound like me, but after that sleep,
I've got a long way to go before I feel great again. Trust me.
All right. And as we will close it out, as you see that, as alluded to by Damio, yes, Zitheb does not show, and Jeffrey has not shown up either. But we will close out on that rather disturbing revelation. In fact, I'll have you guys do a sanity roll on that as you realize that there's someone imitating Elizabeth Bathory.
I found that.
That's just 1 point.
I'll use luck to soak it then.
Well, and I don't realize it, so
yeah.
I could have used that 22 earlier.
Yeah.
Just 1 point of sanity. Whew.
Our players included Jason Melnichuk, Matthew Sanderson, David Gassaway, Morgan Llewellyn, and myself, with Keith Craig as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with our other members. You can set up private games and learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.